can't film.
I can call the police and have you escorted
You can
out,
call whoever you'd like.
The Florence Post Office. I need an officer, please. We have a very unruly person.
So here's the thing. As long as he's walking around filming, there's nothing we can do.
Call the department and get it yourself.
Call supervisor, please.
Call the department, get it yourself.
Call supervisor, please.
No, thank you. Have a good day.
The customer was like, "Hey, I didn't sign anything. I don't want to be recorded. Why is this guy recording me?" He was freaking out the customer.
She's in public.
Hey, what's up guys? Long Island Audit here. Back again with another video. Today we're at the Florence Government Center here in Florence, Kentucky. We are here today to peacefully exercise our First Amendment right to film in public and publicly accessible areas, to promote transparency and accountability within our government, and to ensure that our public servants respect our rights and treat us with respect. Let's get into it. All right guys, so let's take a look around in the public parking lot here. Again, no signs saying that this is a restricted area or anything. I believe back there would be restricted.
How are you, sir? How are you?
Hey, how are you?
What you got? You need some help today?
No, can I get your name and badge number, sir?
Yeah, it's Chief Tom Grau. I'm the Chief of Police.
Chief of Police?
Yeah, how are you?
Tom Brown, you said?
Grau.
Grau.
Grau, G-R-A-U.
Nice to meet you, Chief.
Yeah. Just in the lot hanging out?
Yeah,
today?
just taking a couple pictures of the cars and everything.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you're a member of the public. You can go wherever the public can go. Just
Yeah.
not on the doors or knocking in or interfering with anything. But yeah, you're absolutely.
Yeah,
you have the right
I'm
to
not
video
doing
whatever you want, man.
Yeah, I'm not doing any of that.
You know, you ain't gonna get me all fired up saying.
Good,
You
I'm
can't do whatever you
glad.
want, you know
I'm
what
glad.
saying?
I'm glad.
Just, you know, as a courtesy, when people come out, they're gonna ask. Just, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean,
no worries. Yeah,
hey, if the chief doesn't have a problem with it, nobody else should, right?
we serve the public. The
Exactly.
police are the public. The public is the police, right?
Gotcha.
But, you know, you have to remember we still have areas that are sensitive.
Restricted
or
areas.
restricted
No,
areas.
I can, Chief.
Yeah.
I'm not the guy that's going
No
to try.
trying to get in the cars or anything or something.
I'm not the guy that's going to try and push the envelope with you.
No, you're good.
I'm not. I'm just here
This is all
peacefully.
right. You can go wherever you want.
Great,
Yep,
Chief.
yep.
I appreciate it.
You
Stay
need
safe out there.
something, I
All right,
appreciate it.
thank you.
Hey, no disrespect. I'm just going to let them know in there, hey, he's out there. He's allowed to be out here
Yeah,
filming.
for sure. Thank you. I appreciate
Yeah.
that.
So you're not
have
gonna
you?
get-
Question for you, Chief. Have you ever had anybody film in public here before?
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know here, but on calls.
Okay.
Obviously, if we're on a call and we're trying to control the scene, then it's like, you know, the people can go just as far as we would let the news meet or anybody else.
Yeah.
You know.
No,
if
I
it's
was
a
just
safety-
curious. I was curious to see.
We've had some few people come and video, not maybe in and out behind the cars, but yeah, not that, but maybe just out in the general area.
Okay, I was just curious. That's all.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
thank you for not escalating the situation.
No.
You made my day today.
You live around here? You from Florence?
No, I'm not from Florence. No, I'm not from Florence. I'm here on business. I'm an independent journalist.
And where are you out of then? Where do you work out of?
Oh, I work out of Long Island.
How's that go out there?
Good.
You video and do stuff there?
Yeah, I do. I video around the United
Goes pretty
States.
good or no, off and on?
Around the United States. I mean, it's not often that the chief of police comes out, but every time that the chief of police has come out.
I was just coming back from being at a meeting. So
Gotcha.
I
No,
didn't know
but
you had or not.
it's honestly, to be honest with you, Chief, I would say it's about 50-50.
Yeah.
And, you know, the same way I'm treating you now and I'm talking to you now
Yeah.
is the same way I talk to everybody. And sometimes,
Yeah, if you walk up to me when I'm just out and about, whether you got that on or not, I'm going to treat you the same way, right?
and I appreciate that.
It's just
and
if you push
I
the
saw
envelope.
your plaque
Yeah.
in front of the police
Oh, you
station
did? Yeah.
with your values. And,
Oh, yeah.
you know, I like to highlight things like that. And, you know, it's not all about drama. Sometimes it's about having a good conversation and, hey, I respect your rights. You know, I can see your concerns.
Yeah, I mean, my concerns ain't, I mean, we are a public entity, so if you
Yeah.
want to video cruisers and everything, some of these cars on these lot are not ours.
Yeah.
They're maybe some other employees. People may get upset saying,
Okay.
hey, but I'm like, hey, if you're out in the driving your car around there,
Everybody can see you. And yeah,
Here I
exactly.
am. You want me, this is where I'm at.
Exactly.
I got nothing to hide.
And you work at the police department, so you
Yeah.
should be good.
Yeah. It's a life
There's a
of being
police department at your job, so you
life
should
of
be
a
all
public
right.
servant, man. I don't, you know.
For sure, man. And that's great.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love your attitude.
I'm just gonna let him know. Hey, he's
Thank
out
you.
there filming. He's not doing anything. So
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chief.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Yep.
Stay safe out there,
All
okay?
right, man. Good
Thank
luck
you.
to you.
Had a great conversation with the Chief. Nothing to complain about here. Now, let's go head over to a post office in this city to see how they respond to us exercising our First Amendment right to film in public. I'm not too worried because the Chief has already made it clear he has no issue with me exercising my First Amendment right. So let's go find out. All right, guys, so we came to the United States Post Office a few miles away from the government center here in Florence, Kentucky. Let's see if they respect our right to film in public. Let's get into it. Packaging. Shipping supplies. The usual Hallmark cards.
There's that receipt, sir, tracking at the top. Here to the mark, survey file. Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you.
good day, sir.
Yes, bye-bye.
Passport renewal. First time applicant.
Can I help you, sir?
No, thank you.
Can you put your camera down, please?
Why?
You're
Why?
not allowed to film us.
I'm not allowed to film you?
No.
Even when you're talking to me?
Correct.
That doesn't make any sense.
Are you filming us right now?
Yeah, I am filming you right now.
I need to ask for leave then, sir.
Why would that be?
Because it's a federal building. It's a federal offense to be filming federal employees.
It's a federal offense to film employees?
Yes.
We're just gonna ask that you turn your phone down.
Just the building.
Even just the building?
Yes, it's a federal building. It's run by federal laws. It's enforced.
And it's run by federal laws and enforced by federal laws? Which state that I can't film in the lobby?
You're fine.
Okay, thank you. Doesn't make any sense. Official change of address. And there's the irony of it all. They're filming me without my permission. Is that against federal law? Don't think it is. Stop the spread of germs.
Sir, you're not allowed to film in here.
I'm not
This
allowed
is
to.
a federal building. You are not allowed to film in here.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you to calm down for a second.
But they come to me and they told me that you.
I get it, but
they've asked you not to do that.
I get it, but
I'm
you
just
gotta
letting
calm
know
down. Who are you
You are
first?
not allowed to film in here.
Who are you first?
I'm the closing supervisor.
Closing
You're not allowed to
supervisor. And
you
your
are
name?
not allowed to film in here.
And
so
your
I'm
na-
gonna have
and-
to ask you to leave.
And your name?
I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. Please put the phone down. Stop filming. I'm gonna have to ask
Can
you
I
to
get
leave.
your name, sir?
So I'm asking you to leave. Come on.
Roger.
Come on. Sir,
Sir.
I'm asking you to leave.
Sir, I'm an independent journalist, gathering
I'm asking
contents
you
for
to leave.
gathering content for a story.
I'm asking you to leave. You're
I-
not allowed to film in a federal building. Please.
Yes, I am.
Walk out.
Yes, I am. What law is that? Can you show it to me?
Please walk out.
Can you show me the law that says that I
Sir,
can't film?
I can call the police and have you escorted
You can
out,
call whoever you'd
or-
like.
Boone County Dispatch.
Hi, I'm an employee at the Florence Post Office. I need an officer, please. We have a very unruly person. He's refusing to leave.
Okay. At which post office?
The Florence Post Office, the one at the corner of Turfway and Main Street.
Okay. Is he still in there?
Yes, he's arguing with the supervisor.
Okay.
We're trying to get him just out, and he will not leave.
All right. What's the description of him? What's he wearing?
He is wearing a gray sweatshirt and blue jeans. He has a hat on. black hair, approximately, I would say 5'11", 6 foot.
All right, I will get them on the way.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
Bye.
You can call whoever you'd like.
I'm asking you to please walk out.
I have a right of freedom of press in this country. This is a public building. I know you want to. It's a federal public building.
Please walk out.
I understand what you're saying, but I'm not
asking
breaking
you
the.
Nicely.
I understand. Well, first, you didn't come up to me too nice.
Have asked you to not film in here.
Yeah. Why would that be?
You continue to do it because it's a federal building. You're not allowed to do that here at the post
why?
office.
I'm just asking you why.
Please step out.
Why can't I film in here?
Come on, step out.
So you do realize that there's cameras in this building that is filming me, and I didn't give you permission, right? What's the difference?
I'm asking you to please step out.
Would you like to look at the rules and regulations governing conduct on postal property, sir? Poster 7. You have it posted right outside.
I'm asking you to step out.
Would you like to look at the rules and regulations governing conduct on postal property, sir?
So let me
be reasonable. I'm asking you to look at the rules governing the conduct on postal property.
I'm asking you to be reasonable, and I was asking.
Would you like to go look at the rules?
They were asking you to be reasonable.
But
also,
can you look at the rules?
You're not being reasonable with us.
I wasn't filming anybody until they started talking to me.
So I need you, and I'm asking you.
I'm asking you. Would you like to look at the rules and regulations? I'm
asking you to step out.
You have it posted right out here. Would you like to look at it? Would you like to look at it? Would you like to look at it, sir? It's the rules and regulations governing conduct on postal property.
I'm asking you to step out.
You're talking that it's a federal law that I can't film in a post office. But I'm trying to show you a federal law. That's what I'm trying to do.
So
you're making up a federal law. I'm trying to show you what the actual law is, sir. Be reasonable. It's posted right out here. Would you like to go look at it?
Yes, come on, walk with me.
Okay, let's go look at it. Come on. It's right over here. It's poster 7, rules and regulations governing conduct on postal property. If your postmaster is here, he would explain it to you. Your postmaster wouldn't be acting this way. So, right here, photographs for news, advertising, or commercial purposes. Photographs for news purposes may be taken in the entrances, lobbies, and foyers and corridors of the post office, sir. This is a federal law.
Now, you're telling me that you are an independent journalist.
That is correct.
Can I see your identification to prove that?
Well, everybody has. It wouldn't matter. I could make something up at UPS. I can make a business card at UPS. I am an independent journalist.
Okay.
We all have. You can be an independent journalist.
Thank you.
Again, would that be considered a lobby? I hope you learned something here today, sir.
I hope you did too.
I learned that I have permission and the right to film in here based on the federal law.
Look, I've asked you to step out.
I understand that even after I showed you the federal law.
I asked you to step out. If you have no business in here, if you're not mailing anything, then you don't need to be in here.
Who says I don't have business? I was looking at, what was I doing? I was looking at the cards when you
were
came
filming
in.
Everything.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was doing. And I just showed you a federal law that says I'm permitted to do so. Okay, and yet you still want to go against federal law.
I'm just asking you, I've asked you to step out.
Why would you want to go against federal law? You're a federal employee, correct? You're supposed to follow federal law.
Sir,
don't do that.
I've asked you to step out.
I understand. I understand what you're asking me, sir. But what I'm trying to tell you is, I just showed you a law that says I'm permitted to.
Excuse me. Come on, sir. Thank you.
Excuse me. What don't you understand about that? Why aren't you being reasonable?
I am being reasonable.
I just showed you the law. Can you show me the law that you said when you first came out it's against federal law, and your clerk said it's against federal law to film in a post office? Can you show me where it says that? Because I showed you the opposite.
Sir, I'm asking you to stop filming me.
Sir, I just told you that I can film in here.
I just film in here, but I'm asking you not to film me.
So go where you were, wherever you were, go where you were, and I won't.
I'm telling you, you're not allowed in the building.
I am allowed in the building.
So
what do you
if
mean?
You don't have any business in here right now?
First of all, I have business.
What do you need?
I have business. Number one.
What can I help you with?
Number two, I'm permitted to film.
What can I help you with?
I'm permitted to film in the post office. Did you not read it?
What can I help you with?
I wasn't making it up.
What can I help you with?
Sir, I would like to be left alone. I just would like to. I don't want to argue with you. I don't want to go back and forth.
I don't want to argue with you either.
None of this would be a big deal if you just stood in your office or wherever you were at. Your employees never made contact with me. No one would have had a problem. I would have filmed the post office and we wouldn't have an issue. Is there a postmaster you can call so we can sort this out? Or
He's not here right now.
give him a call, because he will explain to you the rules and regulations like I just showed you. I'm not breaking any rules. I'm not yelling. I'm not screaming. I'm not interfering.
I'm not yelling at you either.
You're interfering with business right now. That's what you're doing. I'm not. I'm not. Hi, sir. I'm just trying to get some stamps here, and I'm also an independent journalist. I just spoke to your chief over at the police station.
Okay.
And he says he has no problem with me exercising my First Amendment right here. I tried to show this gentleman the rules and regulations governing conduct on this property.
Can we come over here and talk real quick?
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
talk to
Sure.
I'm Officer Manley, by the way.
And your badge number, sir?
59.
59. Thank you, sir. So what he's reading right there is the rules and regulations governing conduct on postal property.
Okay.
And I'm permitted to film in the lobbies, foyers. It says it right there. I'm an independent journalist. I'm gathering content for a story. Okay. Just like I was filming at the municipal building probably 10 minutes ago, and your police chief came out and said he has no problem with me filming. But now apparently there's an issue. He says there's a federal law against filming, but I showed him the actual federal law, and he's not understanding that I'm allowed to film.
Did you read something on the wall over there? Or is he reading something different than what you're reading?
No. He came out. Sir, he came out. First of all, I'm not filming anybody. I'm not like following anybody.
What is this for?
So it's for a story I'm working on the post office here. Just like I was working on a story at the municipal building.
Do you work for yourself?
I work for I'm an independent journalist. Okay. Correct. I am incorporated. I have a company, but I work for myself. And
what's the story about?
Just the town in general, the post offices, the government buildings.
Do you have an issue with them?
Do I have an issue with who?
Is that why you're filming? Is there an issue with the place? Or
no, there's no issue with this. Not yet. I mean, I don't want an issue with this town. I'm not from here. I'm just gathering content for my story on all the public buildings here, whether it be a post office, the municipal building where I was just at, anything of that nature. And I'm just filming, what I can see from public. One of his clerks came up to me and said, "You need to stop filming me." But I was only filming him after he's speaking to me. Like, if you were to speak to me and I turn the camera, because I'm filming where I'm seeing, and then he says, "You need to stop filming me. It's against federal law." I said, "You're incorrect, sir. I'm not trying to disturb any business or anything. I'm just filming in public."
My thing is there's nothing illegal about you filming. I'm just like, we can be anywhere and you film.
To be honest, and I pointed that out, that there's cameras in this building. There's no difference, just because. Why don't I have to sign a waiver every time I walk into this building? Because it's a public building. They're allowed to record just like I am.
Well, it's a public building to where you can...
You're recording in the building right now.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So my thing is I get you're doing a story. I get that. But they're conducting business.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not interfering with that. Like, I'm not...
And then you're not interfering with that, but... this is their place of employment, and you gotta realize that. I'm sure you have a full-time job.
This is my full-time job.
Oh, okay. So okay, sorry. So I guess it's to a point to where if you want to film in here, that's fine. But when you go into a place and you don't have business to conduct, that's probably their issue.
But the business is. Can you come over here for a second?
Sure.
The business is filming, working on my story. And if you read right here, this is actually federal law. It's not just some poster. I know it looks like that, but it's actually attached. It's actually federal law. So this is the rules and regulations governing conduct on postal property. And if you see here, photographs for news purposes may be taken in entrances, lobbies, and foyers, corridors. Right here, sir. Photographs for news purposes may be taken in entrances, lobbies, and foyers. That would be a lobby. And I'm allowed to take pictures in there. I just want to get a few more pictures. I'm not trying to be there all day. I got other things to do, but I don't like when people come up to me telling me, "You have to leave. You don't have the right to do it. It's against federal law," because it shows a lack of education on their part, because they should know their own rules and regulations.
Right. And to tell you the truth, this is the first time I've ever had to deal with
someone and I understand, and that's why I'm not trying to escalate a situation.
Oh no, I mean you're being calm and collected.
Yeah, I'm not trying to, and I was trying to do that with them, but they were trying to escalate the situation, and I'm like, "Hey, just let's take a break. Let's look at the rules, because I'm in compliance with the rules."
So photographs for news purposes may be taken in entrances, lobbies, foyers,
corridors,
or auditoriums when used for public meetings, except where prohibited by official signs or
security personnel. That would be like a postal inspector, the postmaster, things of that nature. But again, I'm not disrupting any business. I'm not doing anything. It's for news purposes. There is no federal law prohibiting me to, and that's the problem. Is that that's what they think. They think that there's a federal law that prohibits me. I don't know where they get that in their head. But like I said, I just wanted to grab some pictures, and I'm not going to be here all day. Don't want to sit in a post office all day long. I just don't want my rights violated.
So what are you wanting pictures of?
The lobby,
Specific.
the lobby.
Have you already
the
been in
signs.
there?
Yeah, but when I was filming, I told him, listen. He's like, you need to leave, and I said, can we look at this? And I showed him this, and then he kind of backed down a little bit, but he said.
So here's the thing. You got what you came for, right?
No, I didn't, because I wasn't finished. I was interrupted.
Okay.
Rudely interrupted while I'm just trying to peacefully conduct my business.
Well, he's probably gonna. I mean, since he works here, and he's tried to escort you out of the lobby. Maybe leave for the day and contact his boss. Maybe there's multiple.
I know, but why can't you just explain to him that I have a right to film in public, and then I can go about my business? Why do I have to make concessions when it comes to my First Amendment right? I have freedom of press in this country, just like everybody else.
But can I explain to him, is there something specific you want to video?
It's just the lobby. I'm not trying to film across the lobby.
But what for your story do you need?
Just everything. I was already in here, no issues, recorded in here, and now I just need to film in the lobby, and that's it. And just to prove to him that now I'm upset that he's trying to violate my rights. He's calling law enforcement on me, so that way
I'm thinking he's just calling law enforcement because he didn't want it to get probably heated, or he didn't know your intentions.
I was talking to him just like I'm talking to you, and I said, sir, I'm an independent journalist. I showed him this. I don't know what else type of intentions. I'm not just saying, hey, leave me alone, or I'm cursing at him, I'm screaming, I'm acting irrational. I'm trying to explain to him, and I just want to conduct my business. So I really don't even want to be here all day. I'd rather just go conduct my business that I have to conduct, and I'll be gone because I have no other purpose here. But I'm not going to allow a federal.
So your purpose is to just show
news
people
gather
that the lobby.
Correct. News gathering, and it's also to educate the
people
purposes
on the lobby.
It's to educate people on our First Amendment rights.
Oh,
but again,
see that? Okay, gotcha.
It's to educate people that not only the people that watch my videos, and not only the people that consume my content, but also to the federal employees to say, hey, listen, you shouldn't treat people that way. You're a public servant, just like I had a good conversation with your chief not 20 minutes ago. And he told me, hey, I'm a public servant. They're public servants. You're a public servant. You shouldn't be treating people that way. You should just respect their rights. And I had no issues. Your chief and I had a great conversation. So I had no issues whatsoever. So I would like to go back about my business.
Yeah,
if that's
let me give me just a second. Let me talk to him, see if I can calm him down.
Okay.
And then I'll be right back. Okay.
All right. All right. I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll do that.
Okay. I'll be right back. Just chill out for a second.
Yep.
And then.
Hi, officer.
If you would, just come talk to me real quick.
Can I just get your name and badge number before you go?
Officer Rochelle, 23.
23. Thank you.
What's your first name again? Sorry.
I don't want to give any private information while I'm here. I don't want to give any private information. I'm just an independent journalist.
So you'll ask for ours, but you can't give yours?
Why does it have to be a tit for tat? Again, you're the public servant. Your chief didn't say that to me. Come on. Your chief did a lot better than you.
I just want to be respectful.
I know, but your chief did a lot better than you. Your chief didn't even ask me my name. He knows. He knows better.
It's just a form of respect.
It's not about. But you're no. It's not about. It's exactly. That's it. You didn't have to make it a big deal.
It's just a respect thing.
It's a respect thing to exercise my Fourth Amendment right. Interesting.
So here's the thing. He's doing the whole First Amendment. Well, they have rules, yeah. There is this thing in there with rules on it. And it says that and it does say for media purposes that he can that people for media purposes can record in lobbies. Basically, lobbies, corridors, and hallways of places like this, and it says it word for word. I'm gonna give.
How can we confirm that he's a independent journalist?
I guess
we can't, right?
Yeah.
Someone's videoing us.
Yep, he's allowed.
Yeah, I know.
What's going on?
We don't know. Just hang tight.
Just give us a couple minutes trying to figure it all out. You have nothing to be worried about, though.
Yep.
Can you see if you can get a supervisor here?
Yeah, thought that's what he was doing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, can you just get a supervisor or something? I know somebody was supposed to come get one, but they're not out here yet. Were you able to find him?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
The post office. That I guess he just came from talking to Chief.
No, he was in our office recording
okay.
in the lot.
You talked to him back there.
Yep. Hello.
How you doing?
So, was there an altercation between you guys, or what was the deal?
No, my clerks come back and they were like, hey, he's out here filming. He was filming transactions and stuff. So, and I'm like, well, you can't do that.
Right.
Yeah, he can film inside, but he can't film any kind of transactions or anything. So when I walked out, I said, sir, I can't have you in here filming.
Okay.
Because he's walking around and he's filming people standing at the counter and stuff like that. And I asked him to step out in the lobby.
Okay.
I said, I'm going to ask you to leave. And I kept asking him to leave. Well, I'm not leaving.
Right.
So, I'm like, sir, and he goes, well, I can show you over here where I'm allowed to film. Yes, you're allowed to film. But you can't film the clerks standing back there. You can't film any transactions, because we'll say if you're standing there trying to do something and he's filming over your shoulder, get your PIN number. Anything like that.
Not arguing there.
So, and I'm like, sir, you can't do that. So then that's when they called you guys.
Okay. Who called us?
Tiffany did. Tiffany called from up front up here.
Okay. So he was already at our PD. He's wandering around trying to start a fight. Okay. Just my take on it. He was already at our police department.
He said something. He said, I've already talked to your chief, and I was like,
no, he wasn't. He didn't talk to the chief. He tried to bait the chief. The chief didn't fall for it, and he said, record wherever you want. He said, you can walk around the whole building. That kind of thing. So we've been kind of given a heads up on him. So as long as we'll explain that to him. The less annoyed you act, the less reaction he'll get.
And then I asked him. I said, I'm asking you, because there was a customer up there that asked him she didn't want to be on film.
Right.
So that doesn't give him the right to film her during
Yes,
her transaction.
yes, he does. Not during her transaction. Not during her transaction. However, when she is in a public place, he has the right to film.
Okay.
Okay. That's anywhere.
Yeah.
If somebody, granted, if it turns to like voyeurism, you know what I mean, like a public restroom, filming in a public restroom is indecent.
Yeah.
However, if they're not recording the act of doing something, then we can't push it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a very gray area. So.
Yeah. And then I kept asking him. I'm like, I'm asking you to leave.
Right. So at this point, what we will do is we will inform him of that part.
Hey, just real quick, I got on the phone with Lieutenant, and Chief was talking to him. So he's already been to our department.
That's what she was telling me.
So here's the thing. As long as he's walking around filming, there's nothing we can do. But when it comes to where he's starting to interfere with business.
That's what he was doing. That's what he was explaining. Is that he was coming up to the counter and recording transactions, recording type transactions. So as I was just explaining to him, look, as long as we'll just go out there, we'll explain that to him.
Because Chief and them are like, we can't make him do anything.
We can't. So, and what he was saying was the lady did not want to be recorded.
He's looking for our reaction. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So, but I had explained to him, well, he said the lady didn't want to be recorded, and I said, well, she can be recorded, not during her transaction. So he doesn't, it's a personal, not dealing with transactions.
Okay.
So as long as he stays out of the camera field of the front.
And I'll explain that to him, but.
Yeah, that's what I was explaining to him, so. Yeah, we're gonna see him all around town all day.
For sure. Okay.
I think she slid out on
Hey.
Sorry, sir.
So basically, this was going on. He just came from the police department. He started recording. He walked around that whole place recording. Apparently, took his time. And from what he's telling me, he just wants to come in, record, which he has a lawful right to be here and record. Just apparently not your transactions. And as long as he doesn't interfere with your business, even though he's being the way that he's just wanting to get a reaction out of you all.
Yes, sir. And it was fine when he was doing, and it was when we had customers and were doing transactions that I said, you can't.
Right.
Because the customer that my coworker was working, she goes, I don't want to film him.
You don't have that choice.
It doesn't feel right, but we can't control that. So if he records, and everyone's like, "Why don't I?" People always have this thing. They're like, "I didn't sign anything." Like, doesn't matter.
You're in a public place.
You're in a public place.
Just as I was explaining to him, if you're in a public restroom, somebody is recording. I can't stop that. It's a public place. What I can stop is the voyeurism side of that. Where there's, actually like getting into the cracks of the, what I mean, putting it under that kind of thing.
Okay.
Will we still remove him because it's inappropriate? Will we do our best to that? But with this, we're not gonna.
So hopefully, he'll come in here and record what he needs to record, and I'll just explain to him that you can't record the transactions. Cannot record the transactions, but I'm sure he's gonna walk around close to the walls, like he'll stand at a distance and record you all from a distance, but he just can't be up close and recording transactions. So
he could very easily make the screen bigger after he records. He can take a snapshot.
Here's the thing: if you
there's nothing we can do.
And here's the thing: if you have questions about that, I would immediately call and talk to a supervisor.
So we'll get the postal inspector.
Oh, absolutely, I would. Absolutely, I would. But
so
I'm just letting you.
To leave, does he?
This is a
public.
And he can be here and record. Hopefully, our thing is to let him come in here and record, as long as he's not recording transactions, and let him be on his way. Because my thing is he is wanting your reaction, and he's wanting to post this. So.
151.
I know it's.
Your rights are your rights. Period.
Yeah,
regardless of how.
Oh, you ought to tell Rio Grande
But listen, we are going to tell him that as long as he's not up close recording the transactions, then he's allowed to be in this lobby and in the hallway recording the walls. I'm sure he's gonna want. He'll push buttons. But if you have an issue, call the postal inspector, call a supervisor. This is what I'm relaying to you. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So they're the ones that called us. So we had to explain to them what's going on, and we'll let this person pass. He's trying to do business.
How you doing today?
So we told them, and you're allowed to be in here. You're allowed to record, just like you were at the city building. But you can go in there and take your time. You can record whatever, but the one thing that we're asking you is you cannot record the transactions.
Oh, I'm well aware of that.
Okay, so
I'm well aware of that.
And we had,
I'm just glad that you made him aware that I'm allowed to record, because that's part of what I do. So that way,
so you can understand.
He understands.
We don't deal a lot with the federal side of things, so we don't have a lot of people. Yeah, sure, you're fine.
Yeah, sure. No, I don't want to get anybody's way. But yeah, that's probably why they have the rules and regulations posted in every post office.
So my thing is
so everybody can see it and become familiar with it.
As long as you're respectful and you're not recording transactions.
Yeah.
Don't go near the counter and start recording.
Their fear is you're zooming.
Because there
That's
is
their
a.
If I wanted to get transactions, let's be reasonable. If I wanted to get,
we're just expressing.
No.
I'm
I'm just expressing to you. You know, my counter argument would be if I wanted to get transactions. You know, they have glasses that are cameras. You know, I could have come in here with a pen that's a camera.
That's the reason why we're called, though. That's
yeah.
all.
No, I understand.
We have to answer to. I mean, they are concerned.
Mm-hmm.
It's not every day they have someone coming in here.
But I explained to them what I was doing. I didn't just like be.
They don't, I mean,
you
they
look
don't
like
know.
an average Joe. You don't have journalism badge. You don't have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, but
so there's
it's a
different
citizen
things.
journalist.
I get it. But we're.
You have to understand.
You understand,
there
right?
is a concern. You know,
But
it's a valid
Did
concern.
you relieve them of their concerns?
You need to come right here.
Excuse me, ma'am. I'm sorry about that.
Sorry.
See, all this is making big deal out of nothing. So, did you alleviate him of his concerns?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah. We're on the same page.
Great.
And just like I said, don't interfere with
I don't.
business.
All right. Okay. I don't need
Because
to
we're
hear
already kind of.
I don't need to hear it anymore. I know. Maybe if you guys leave and I go about my business, everybody can walk in the door perfectly fine. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
All
Have a
right.
great day.
All right, you too.
Take care, guys.
Sean, is it?
Good luck to you.
I will see you, sir.
It may every day be beautiful. So again, let's finish up here. Glad everybody was educated at the post office today. That really makes my day because apparently they seem to think it's against federal law. I don't know where they get that from. All right, guys, so we'll get out of here now. Everybody has been promptly educated on our First Amendment rights. Another victory for we the people. I want to know how this officer knew my name was Sean. I'm all the way in Kentucky. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way they know who I am all the way out here. Hey, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hey, how'd you know my name? That's pretty cool, man. How'd you know? Am I that famous?
You're not famous.
Am I that famous?
I don't know you.
You did know me. You said my name was Sean.
I don't know everything about you.
Oh, okay. You just know my name?
Okay.
Somehow?
You have anything you need to ask me?
Yeah. Can I get the CAD number for this call, please? Mm-hmm. Why won't you give me the CAD number?
Because I don't have to.
You don't have to?
No, you can call supervisor and get it if you want.
Can you call a supervisor?
Nope.
You're here on a scene.
No, I don't have to call a supervisor.
That's your policy to call a supervisor.
No, if you need to call a supervisor, you can call a police department and get one.
Listen, there's no need for you to act like that, all right? There's no need.
Okay.
Again, you should learn from your chief and learn a little bit of de-escalation and learn how to treat people.
Sean.
Great.
Sean, if you need to call a supervisor.
Why don't you call one? That's your policy.
I don't have to call one.
That is your policy to call. When a member of the public asks to speak to a supervisor, you should call a supervisor. That's what you should do.
I'm not.
Why are you being difficult for it?
Why are you're at my cruiser?
Yeah, because you're a public servant and I'm asking you to serve me with the CAD number of this call.
Call the department.
Yeah.
And get it yourself.
Call supervisor, please.
Call the department, get it yourself.
Call supervisor, please.
No, thank you. Have a good day.
Call supervisor, please.
All right. All right. Have a good day.
What a jerk. Wow. Just wanted the CAD number for which is basically like an incident number for those of you who don't know. Wow.
You there? Yeah. Just had to deal with him again in the parking lot. He was like, I need the CAD number and I want your supervisor now. And I was like, what's wrong? He was like, how do you know my name? I was like, I'm the police. And he was like, I need the CAD number and I want your supervisor now. You have to give it to me. I said, you're more than welcome to call the police department, but I'm not going to give that to you. He was like, you are a public servant. You need to give me that information right now. I said, no, I won't. So I rolled my window up and took off.
So what was the outcome as far as...
So...
Are they telling me he wasn't allowed to be there?
So they wanted him to not record the transactions, is what I got from them. They were like, hey, you know,
they were like, the lady that was talking to us in the back room, because we went in the back room and talked to them, and he stayed out front. And he agreed to do that. And he, the guy was like, well, there was a lady in there, and she was like, a customer was like, hey, I didn't sign anything. I don't want to be recorded. Why is this guy recording me? He was freaking out, the customer.
She's in public. She's allowed.
Yeah, and I explained that to them. I was like, ma'am,
right.
I was like, he can be in here recording. He can, and they were like, you could physically tell they were upset that he could be in there recording. I was like, here's the thing. I was like, just let him come in here record. He can be in here in the lobby recording. But she was like, well, he can't record transactions. And I was like, I agree with you. He cannot be close enough to record the transactions. So I went out there and was respectful to him. I was like, listen, you can go in there and record as long as you want and what you want, but you can't record transactions. He was like, oh, yes, sir. I don't want to record transactions. If I was trying to do that, it was almost like, it was a backhand to him. Like, oh, why would I be doing that? So as soon as, it wasn't a minute, I didn't even make it to my car, and he walked back out. So his intentions are to get a rise out of us.
Right.
So, I was cool, calm the whole time. I freaked out when Tara got there because I didn't know she was gonna come.
Oh shit.
So Tara was already getting a little bit mouthy, and I was like, Tara, go talk to the manager. So Tara surprisingly did all right. I told her to leave, and then I would stick around. So thank God she left. But
you had your body cam going the whole time, right?
I did.
You did or didn't?
I did. I had it going.
Okay.
So, it pissed him off when I found out his name because he wouldn't give me his name. And I was like, so, I didn't catch your name. He was like, I don't have to give you that. I was like, man, I'm just trying to be respectful. And then you told me it was Sean while we were separated. And I came back out and we were like,
Wow. So, okay, first things first. If you watch this video in its entirety, I truly appreciate you, and I really hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. If you did, please be sure to hit the like button. It really helps the channel out immensely. Thank you. Now, I know this video is a lot longer than my typical video, but I didn't want to do a part 1 and a part 2 because I hate it when people do that. And I thought this video was good as is because it shows and gives us a good insight onto how our government employees talk about us and lie about us when they think we're not listening. Now, as far as the audit itself, it started shaky with the postal clerk saying that it's against federal law to film in a federal building, and the postal supervisor himself saying the same exact thing, calling the police saying that I was unruly, which I clearly wasn't, and that I was filming transactions, again, clearly wasn't. So that's concerning. But the good part is the police officers arrived from the Florence Police Department and they educated the postal employees on our right to film in public and that there's no expectation of privacy in public. I don't appreciate that they mind read and think that I want a reaction out of them. I want them to do their job. But anyway, there's 2 more things I want to address. Officer Manley, I wasn't angry that you knew my name. There's a lot of people out there that know my name. I was curious how you knew my name, and I wanted you to give me the CAD number. That's all. You didn't have to call your supervisor, trying to say that I was angry, portraying me in a bad light. Not necessary. But, I shouldn't expect anything less from you because you and your lieutenant were talking bad about a fellow officer, Officer Rochelle, who did nothing wrong on the call, nothing at all. You were saying, oh, when she arrived on the scene, I was really scared that she was going to start acting up and escalate the situation. And, I had to tell her, Tara, stop. You didn't do any of that, first of all. And I'm sure Officer Tara Rochelle does not appreciate the way you were talking about her to the lieutenant at all. And especially, you shouldn't be worried about Officer Rochelle because she didn't do anything wrong. You did. So now we can look up this policy right here. So I did a FOIA request for the policy of the Florence Police Department on-scene supervisor. Now, if we read right here, it says purpose: to establish a directive describing the circumstances requiring the on-scene presence of a patrol supervisor. The scope: This procedure shall apply to all Florence Police Department personnel. If you go down to letter D, incidents requiring a supervisor, and you go down all the way down to 11, any other incident where a supervisor is requested. Officer Manley, I requested a supervisor. You did not provide one. And you did not provide one while being unprofessional. So I wouldn't worry about Officer Rochelle and whatever you think that, she's going to say or do on a call. I would worry about myself following departmental policy. But that's just me. As always, guys, stay safe. God bless. I'll see you in the next one. Let me know what you think about this one in the comment section below. Long Island Audit. Peace.